Chapter 19 Chemical Coordination and Integration. You have already learnt that the neural system provides a point-to-point rapid coordination among organs. The neural coordination is fast but short-lived, as the nerve fibers do not innervate all cells of the body and the cellular functions need to be continuously regulated. A special kind of coordination and integration has to be provided. This function is carried out by hormones. The neural system and the endocrine system jointly coordinate and regulate the physiological functions in our body. 19.1 Endocrine glands and hormones. Endocrine glands lack ducts and are hence called ductless glands. Their secretion are called hormones. The classical definition of hormone as a chemical produced by endocrine glands and released into the blood and transported to a distinctly located target organ has current scientific definition as follows. Hormones are non-nutrient chemicals which act as a intercellular messenger and are produced in trace amounts. The new definition covers a number of new molecules in addition to the hormones secreted by the organized endocrine glands. Invertebrates possess very simple endocrine systems with few hormones, whereas a large number of chemicals act as hormones and provide coordination in the vertebrates. The human endocrine system is described here. 19.2 Human endocrine system. The endocrine glands and hormones produce diffused tissues or cells located in different parts of our body constitute the endocrine system. Pituitary, pineal, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, parathyroid, thymus and gonads. Testes in males and ovaries in females are the organized endocrine bodies in our body. Figure 19.1. In addition to these, some other organs, example gastrointestinal tract, liver, kidney, heart, also produce hormones. A brief account of the structure and functions of all major endocrine glands and hypothalamus of the human body is given in the following section. Figure 19.1 Location of endocrine glands. Hypothalamus, pineal, pituitary, thyroid and parathyroid, thymus, pancreas, adrenal, ovaries in female, testes in male. 19.2.1 The hypothalamus. As you know, the hypothalamus is the basal part of diencephalon, forebrain, figure 19.1, and it regulates a wide spectrum of body functions. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei which produce hormones. These hormones regulate the synthesis and secretion of pituitary hormones. However, the hormones produced by hypothalamus are of two types: the releasing hormone, which stimulate secretion of pituitary hormones, and the inhibiting hormone, which inhibits secretion of pituitary hormones. For example, a hypothalamic hormone called gonadotrophin releasing hormone GnRH stimulates the pituitary synthesis and releases of gonadotrophins. On the other hand, somatostatin from the hypothalamus inhibit the release of growth hormone from the pituitary. These hormones originating in the hypothalamic neurons pass through axons and are released from their nerve endings. These hormones reach the pituitary gland through a portal circulatory system and regulate the functions of the anterior pituitary. The posterior pituitary is under the direct neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Figure 19.2. Figure 19.2 Diagrammatic representation of pituitary and its relationship with hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, hypothalamic neurons, portal circulation, posterior pituitary, anterior pituitary. The pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is located in a bony cavity called sella turcica and is attached to hypothalamic by a stack. Figure 19.2. It is divided anatomically into an adenohypophysis and a neurohypophysis. Adenohypophysis consists of two portions, pars distalis and pars intermedia. The pars distalis region of pituitary, commonly called anterior pituitary, produces growth hormone GH, prolactin PRL, thyroid stimulating hormone TSH, adrenocorticotrophic hormone ACTH, luteinizing hormone LH, and follicle stimulating hormone FSH. Pars intermedia secretes only one hormone called melanocyte stimulating hormone MSH. However, in human, the pars intermedia is almost merged with pars distalis. Neurohypophysis, pars nervosa, also known as posterior pituitary, stores and releases two hormones called oxytocin and vasopressin, which are actually synthesized by the hypothalamus and are transported axonally to neurohypophysis. Oversecretion of GH stimulates abnormal growth of the body, leading to gigantism, and low secretion of GH results in stunted growth, resulting in pituitary dwarfism. Excess secretion of growth hormone in adults, especially in middle age, can result in severe disfiguration, especially of the face, called acromegaly, which may lead to serious complications and premature death if unchecked. The disease is hard to diagnose in the early stages and often goes undetected for many years, until changes in external features become noticeable. Prolactin regulates the growth of the mammary gland and formation of milk in them. TSH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland. ACTH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones called glucocorticoids from the adrenal cortex. LH and FSH stimulate gonadal activities and hence are called gonadotropins. In males, LH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of hormones called androgens from testes. In males, FSH and androgens regulate spermatogenesis. In females, LH-induced ovulation of fully matured follicles, Graafian follicles, and maintains the corpus luteum formed from the remnant of the Graafian follicles after ovulation. FSH stimulates growth and development of the ovarian follicles in females. MSH acts on the melanocytes, melanin-containing cells, and regulates pigmentation of the skin. Oxytocin acts on the smooth muscles of our body and stimulates their contraction. In females, it stimulates a vigorous contraction of uterus at the time of childbirth and milk ejection from the mammary gland. Vasopressin acts mainly at the kidney and stimulates reabsorption of water and electrolytes by the distal tubules and thereby reduces loss of water through urine, diuresis. Hence it is called as antidiuretic hormone ADH. An impairment affecting synthesis or release of ADH results in a diminished ability of the kidney to conserve water, leading to water loss and dehydration. This condition is known as diabetes insipidus. The pineal gland. The pineal gland is located on the dorsal side of forebrain. Pineal secretes a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin plays a very important role in the regulation of a 24-hour diurnal rhythm of our body. For example, it helps in maintaining the normal rhythms of sleep-wake cycle, body temperature. In addition, melatonin also influences metabolism, pigmentation, the menstrual cycles, as well as our defense capability. 19.2.4 Thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is composed of two lobes which are located on either side of the trachea. Figure 19.3a. Both lobes are interconnected with a thin flap of connective tissue called isthmus. The thyroid gland is composed of follicles and stromal tissues. Each thyroid follicle is composed of follicular cells enclosing a cavity. These follicular cells synthesize two hormones, tetraiodothyronine or thyroxine T4 and triiodothyronine T3. Iodine is essential for the normal rate of hormone synthesis in the thyroid. Deficiency of iodine in our diet results in hypothyroidism and enlargement of the thyroid gland, commonly called goiter. Hypothyroidism during pregnancy causes defective development and maturation of the growing baby, leading to stunted growth, cretinism, mental retardation, low intelligence quotient, abnormal skin, deaf mutism, etc. In adult women, hypothyroidism may cause menstrual cycle to become irregular due to cancer of the thyroid gland or due to development of nodules of the thyroid glands. The rate of synthesis and secretion of the thyroid hormones is increased to abnormal high levels, leading to a condition called hyperthyroidism, which adversely affects the body physiology. Exophthalmic goiter is a form of hypothyroidism characterized by enlargement of the thyroid gland, protrusion of the eyeballs, increased basal metabolic rate, and weight loss, also called Graves' disease. Thyroid hormones play an important role in the regulation of the basal metabolic rate. These hormones also support the process of red blood cell formation. Thyroid hormones control the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Maintenance of water and electrolyte balance is also influenced by thyroid hormones. Thyroid gland also secretes a protein hormone called thyrocalcitonin TCT, which regulates the blood calcium levels. Figure 19.3 Diagrammatic view of the position of thyroid and parathyroid. A. Ventral side, B. Dorsal side. Ventral side view, vocal cord, thyroid, trachea. B part, parathyroid gland. (19.2.5) Parathyroid gland. In humans, 4 parathyroid glands are present on the backside of the thyroid gland, one pair each in the two lobes of the thyroid gland. Figure 19.3b. The parathyroid glands secrete a peptide hormone called parathyroid hormone PTH. The secretion of PTH is regulated by the circulating levels of calcium ions. Parathyroid hormone PTH increases the calcium ion levels in the blood. PTH acts on bones and stimulates the process of bone reabsorption, dissolution or demineralization. PTH also stimulates reabsorption of calcium ion by the renal tubules and increases calcium ions absorption from the digested food. It is thus clear that PTH is a hypercalcemic hormone, that is, it increases the blood calcium levels. Along with TCT, it plays a significant role in calcium balance in the body. 19.2.6 Thymus. The thymus gland is a lobular structure located between lungs behind sternum on the ventral side of aorta. The thymus plays a major role in the development of the immune system. This gland secretes the peptide hormone called thymosin. Thymosin play a major role in the differentiation of T lymphocytes, which provide cell-mediated immunity. In addition, thymosins also promote production of antibodies to prevent humoral immunity. Thymus is degenerated in old individuals, resulting in a decreased production of thymosins. As a result, the immune response of old person becomes weak. The adrenal gland. Our body has one pair of adrenal glands, one at the anterior part of each kidney. Figure 19.4a. The gland is composed of two types of tissues. The centrally located tissue is called the adrenal medulla, and outside this lies the adrenal cortex. Figure 19.4b. Underproduction of hormones by the adrenal cortex alters carbohydrates metabolism, causing acute weakness and fatigue, leading to a disease called Addison's disease. Figure 19.4 diagrammatic representation of A. Adrenal gland above kidney. B. Section showing two parts of adrenal gland. A. Kidney, adrenal gland. B. Adrenal medulla, adrenal cortex. The adrenal medulla secretes two hormones called adrenaline or epinephrine and noradrenaline or norepinephrine. These are commonly called as catecholamines. Adrenaline and noradrenaline are rapidly secreted in response to stress of any kind and during emergency situation and are called emergency hormones or hormones of fight or flight. These hormones increase alertness, pupillary dilation, pillow erection, rising of hairs, sweating, etc. Both the hormones increase the heartbeat, the strength of heart contraction, and the rate of respiration. Catecholamines also stimulate the breakdown of glycogen, resulting in an increased concentration of glucose in blood. In addition, they also stimulate the breakdown of lipids and proteins. The adrenal cortex can be divided into three layers called zona reticularis, inner layer, zona fasciculata, middle layer, and zona glomerulosa, outer layer. The adrenal cortex secretes many hormones commonly called as corticoids. The corticoids, which are involved in carbohydrate metabolism, are called glucocorticoids. In our body, cortisol is the main glucocorticoid. Corticoids, which regulate the balance of water and electrolytes in our body, are called mineralocorticoids. Aldosterone is the main mineralocorticoid in our body. Glucocorticoids stimulate gluconeogenesis, lipolysis, and produces anti-inflammatory and suppresses the immune responses. Cortisol stimulates the RBC production. Aldosterone acts mainly at the renal tubules and stimulates the response of sodium ion and water and excretion of potassium ion and phosphate ions. Thus, aldosterone helps in the maintenance of electrolytes, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure, and blood pressure. Small amounts of androgenic steroids are also secreted by the adrenal cortex, which play a role in the growth of axial hair, pubic hair, and facial hair during puberty.